this coworker doesn't like that coworker. You know what's interesting is that you're comfortable telling me about this coworker, but you know that me and this coworker get along. Even if damn near the entire office doesn't like this coworker, me and this coworker have no problems at all. So when you talk to me, you have no problem telling me this coworker is this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that. But the fact that you're telling me, you have faith in me that I'm not going to run to this coworker and say, do you know what so-and-so said about you and what such and such thinks about you and what they're saying and what the word around the campfire is? When you know these things and you still tell me these things, but these things don't make it to light, because I know how bitter people could be. I know how certain people could react. So everything in my life, and it's not even like I have default responses. Like, they have automatic replies when you do text messages and stuff like that, because that's what it is. But I have specific replies that I know how to keep myself what I would call neutral. I'm right here. I don't care what you say, what you're doing, where you're going, what your life is. I'm still going to listen to you. I'm still going to give you feedback. I'm still going to help you out if I can. But at the end of the day, I don't care about these things. So I'm the one that will hear you out in hopes that if you get it out, and this is me getting my stuff out. So this is why I'm doing these. If I get one view for every single video ever, and that one view is me, which I'm sure happens on occasion, because if I have 10 views, there's a good chance that 4 of them are mine. Nonetheless, these things won't matter to me. Because sometimes the good part about talking, it's not even talking about my problems. A lot of my problems have already been addressed, and now out here now talking, they are being addressed. So I could easily just get it out and feel good about life as a whole and not have to worry about things. So those people that feel like they have no one to talk to, they have no one to vent to. So for example, and these are perfect examples, because if you relate this to real life, there probably is situations that people are going through that are similar to this. So if you have a coworker that you don't like for whatever reason, but when you go home and you tell your better half or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whoever it is that you go home to or with, you tell them about it and they don't care about it. Number one, they don't know any of your coworkers. Number two, they don't work there, so they don't care. So they don't technically want to hear it. So when they don't know and they don't want to hear you out, and you feel you have no one to talk to, that's when I feel these types of feelings can build up in life. And these disgruntled employees could become dangerous in some situations. So if you don't have no one to talk to, you don't know who to talk to, but you still just want to get it out, that is what I am here for. All my coworkers, that is what I am here for. And I am proud and happy to do it. Also because for me personally, when I hear about how people think, how people act, how people react, and what goes on in life in general for them personally, knowing the fact that I'm not like that in a lot of those situations, it helps me see things. If this is a line, and people always think the grass is greener on the other side, whatever side you're looking at, the grass is greener. If I'm right here and I see the grass from this side, and then when I talk to the grass on this side, I'm not telling the grass on this side, hey, that grass don't like you. I'm talking to that grass like, hey, what's good? How you doing? How was your day? And the grass gonna talk to me. We're gonna have a conversation. And I will never let either side be known, because it's not how it's supposed to be in life. That's what media is doing, especially with basketball and stuff like that. That's another conversation another day. I'm not telling this grass business. I'm not telling this grass business, that grass business. So I get to hear stories from both sides. I know my life. I live my life. I hear about this life. I learn about that life. I hear that life. I learn about that life. So now here I am with more knowledge for me personally to use, reflect off of, to think off of, and to give advice and information upon. So now here I am, just using the fact that, and I've done this before with my references in my Kobe, because even though Kobe was a shooting guard, he still learned from, like, I've heard he learned from Hakeem, and even he learned from Hakeem Olajuwon, but he's also trained people, like he's trained Giannis and he's trained so-and-so. So even though that's not your actual position on the court, if you're still learning from every position, you can be great at any aspect in life that you choose to follow or pursue. And that's where it gets fun and that's where it gets interesting. Because the fact that you have more knowledge than what you would think. If you're a freaking wizard or a major in math, but you still want to study science and world history, then that just makes you a triple threat. You know what I mean? So same thing with these bigs in the NBA. If like you're supposed to be a big, so you're supposed to be blocking shots and protecting the rim and, you know, staying right there near the basket, but you're able to knock down that three, so now you're spreading it out the floor. And now you're making the defense stay on their toes. And now it's like, yeah, you're so hard to defend, because they're like, damn, do we stay near the paint to protect the rim, or do we just go out at the wing and protect this dude on the three, because he can do damage from either way. And that's where it gets like definitely complicated, and it can make it a struggle. And I say we're trying to make the world complicated and a struggle, it makes you more beneficial if we're talking about actual knowledge. Because we're talking about knowledge from the things you know, the things you've seen, the places you've been, the places you know, then you could help people, especially ones that want to go down that path or thought about going down that path or might be heading down that path and don't know what to do or think. And that's where we can step in and let them know, yeah, I've done this before. And this is what happens when you do this, and this is what happens when you do that. So, oh, you wanna smoke, you wanna drink? Well, let me tell you what happens when you drink. "14 minutes, 30 seconds, and I still have an intro video that was cut short because of a phone call. So I'm sure I'm well over where I needed to go, but it's fun. I'll talk to you guys soon. Well, tomorrow.